What's up? It's me again. Today we're going to be talking about how us as loan officers can improve our reach. A lot of the stuff that I'm presenting today is coming from my Glover U coaching and the social media class that I took with them. And so keep that in mind that I'm thinking like an agent, not a loan officer. And I'm also thinking like somebody who does a ton of social media. So if you've got questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer them on stream. And appreciate you watching and learning and expanding your knowledge about being a modern loan officer. My little presentation here is all about expanding your reach, and it's kind of a collection of ideas and steps and mixing concepts and ideas and steps and all of that. So stick with me, and maybe you'll pull something out of here that you can use in your day-to-day. Number one just comes from when you're closing deals, you can actually offer a reward to your clients for making some postings with you tagged and your business tagged and a picture from the closing, and create some virality around the actual client. Instead of saying, yay, my client closed, we can now have conversations around, take a look, we got it done. The buyer is super happy, and we're able to create conversations utilizing our clients' social media channels, our clients' interactive community. They're going to get a whole bunch of congratulations, and your name's all over that as the lender, or really this applies to real estate agents as well, but as the lender, that goes out to their audience as well. And so you're getting in front of an audience that you probably wouldn't be able to get in front of normally. And then you're going to just add them as a friend on Facebook and interact with them that way, which creates a whole lot more interaction for you down the line. And they're going to interact with your stuff as well, which puts it in front of their audience even more and more. So you can also ask them to post a review, which would be awesome for you. So if you post a review on Google, have them screenshot it, post it to their page, and tag you with your hashtag or your call sign or whatever your tag is, to make sure that that's being interacted with, and they can tag you as a personal page or tag you as a business page, and you get more interaction that way. But in order to go ahead and give them the reward, they've got to add you as a friend, they got to tag you in the post, and they must use your hashtag. So you set the rules, and then you go ahead and execute. Give them an Amazon gift card or Starbucks gift card or something when they complete it, and make sure it's worth their while that way. And really just that's how you're going to be able to extend your reach from the closings that you have now. Another step that you're going to do here, you see it a lot on my page with a lot of the videos that I'm posting, the content that I'm posting, you're seeing my face. And we're going to say taking selfies daily is a new practice of yourself. As loan officers, we get stuck behind the numbers. We get stuck behind the mortgage company. We get stuck behind the stupid language that everybody else puts out there. And we don't get to get in front of our clients face to face as much as anybody else, as much as the real estate agents do. And so as loan officers, you really got to take the extra effort to get your face in front of those people on social media. Get your face out there so that you have a face to your voice and your name, so that when people are interacting with you, it's not just a picture on your website, it's more engagement. I would go to say that probably 95 out of 100 closings that you do that are referrals from partners that you have, or introductions from agents, or introductions from title companies, or however it's happening, you probably never interact with them face to face. And so incorporating video into your marketing, incorporating video into your day-to-day operation as a loan officer can completely change the game, because they're going to know who you are. And so then randomly, when you're out in the community and you invite them out, this isn't a meet to meet, face to face for the first time. They feel like they know you. And so putting your face out in front of the people is such a huge thing. And so these selfies can just be what you're doing on a daily basis. Show them the inside of the loan officer business. You can post them to your story. You can post still pictures on your feeds. A couple episodes ago, or a couple versions ago of this modern loan officer, we decided that there's 3 ranges of posters: newbie, moderate, and advanced. And as a newbie, you can post the still picture to your page and your feed and just say like, hey, really in the office today, or whatever you want to do as your caption. As a moderate person, you can, a moderate poster, you can put the still picture on your story and your feed. And then as an advanced, I would say a walk and talk video and flipping the camera to the stories and the reels. So introducing it as yourself with the camera, flipping it, showing people what you're doing, where you're going, talking through those videos and really explaining what's going on in your world. That is what an advanced poster will do. And that is what an advanced modern loan officer will do. Step number 3, make sure you're collaborating with others. You see this all over my page. I'm constantly talking about the podcasts that I'm doing, getting people engaged in my content with me. And so we're sitting side by side in a setting much like this on StreamYard and being able to interact with people that are out in the world. Your entire concept as a salesperson or as a person in real estate is to create connections. And what better way to create connections than by saying, hey, come on over, get in front of my audience, and then you can share it on your page and I'll be in front of your audience. Now you've collaborated. And so I'm going to challenge every loan officer that watches this to reach out to me directly so that I can get you scheduled on the Reconnect podcast and I can show you the power of collaboration. I've got a ton of real estate agents that want to be on the podcast. They understand. They know that getting on video is the most important thing. And some of them don't really have the skill sets or the tools in place to be able to execute at that level. It's okay to admit that as a loan officer. If you don't understand and you want to say, you know what, Ryan, I want to piggyback off of you and jump on, I'm all for it. Let's collaborate. I don't care if you work for a different company, and even better if you work for Greenlight, and I'll be in touch. But get out there and collaborate with these people. Talk through industry issues if you need to. Provide solutions for the audience. There's so much going on around real estate in the mainstream media right now that you could completely blow up your page by talking about one topic consistently. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, if you posted 2 to 3 videos a day on this one topic and everybody knows what topic I'm talking about, your page followers would grow tremendously because people are interested in it and people are hearing about it. And you can provide both sides of the issue. And then you collaborate with other industry professionals and you put it on short form video and you post it. And you don't even have to carry the weight of the content. Just be the person that supplies the content with collaboration. Use the expert, be the expert. Make sure that you are shooting the moon on the guests. Go out and find the biggest top of the hill real estate agent, top of the hill lender that you can go find and shoot your freaking shot. Get out there and ask the questions. You will be extremely surprised by who will say yes to get on your podcast or on an interview with you. Once you provide the value, you can show the value. You will be very, very surprised at who's going to say yes to you for very, very small amounts of interaction or anything like that. If you're able to provide value, you're going to, and with something like a podcast, you're going to be able to jump the line on other people reaching out to them for things. Step number 4, or item number 4, as modern loan officers expanding our reach on social media, we start telling stories and building stories. And I actually have a live mastermind I'm doing tomorrow for the real estate agents in my group. And so if you're not in the Heart First real estate agent and you are a real estate agent watching this, reach out to me. We'll get you in the group. But we are going to have a story building agent class tomorrow. And so again, I'm putting myself on video in front of the people that I'm trying to serve and trying to help. And I'm going to show them how to build their own story. And so I actually had an interaction with the loan officer this morning. And they came to me and said, hey, I've got a lunch today with 2 real estate agents. 2, which is awesome, right? Like every loan officer's dream. I get to have lunch with you. I get to pay for lunch one time. And, we've got an hour-long visit and we get to have lunch and I get to talk to both of you in an isolated setting of just me and you 2. And so I asked him, I said, what are you going to tell those agents that's going to separate you from the pack? And instantly we went into I don't charge fees. I don't have any lender fees. I don't charge lender fees or processing fees. Great. 95% of the market is at that point right now. We just wipe them out and, they probably get put in somewhere else. What else you got? I'm really hard worker. I'm always available. Great. The computer's more available than you, and there's more answers out there. And I actually just have to type a question into a search bar and get the answer I need. Might not be the right answer, but I'm able to get it faster. And so, okay, that's out. And so I challenged him. I said, let's talk about what your values are, and then let's go find a story from your past that isolates those values and that shows why you developed those thought processes and those values in your life and in your business, and then let's apply it to your business. So if you're interested in building a story around something, around one of your core values that's going to stand out in the marketplace, more than happy to jump on a call with you, interact with you, and figure out how to get that story out to the public, because it's going to come off completely different than what you would say, hey, I'm Ryan, I'm a mortgage broker, or telling a story and building some emotional rapport with the person you're talking to. It's so much more powerful. The conversations go completely different than what you expect them to go, because you are able to make an emotional connection with the person you're trying to serve. You will have much better communication, you have much better conversations, and you will have way more referral partners if you start telling stories. So tell client stories, tell your own stories, tell stories about the partners that you're serving with. Talk about news stories and build into your past history of being a loan officer and incorporate those news stories and why you're the expert or why you're the person that's able to talk about those things. In the news, what happened? What should have happened? Why did what happened happen? Talk about all of these things. And then, like I said, most importantly, what's your story? What's happening in your world? What happened in your past that created this environment that you succeed in? Why should I choose you to send my clients to or send my friends and family to? And it's definitely not best rates, best fees, lowest price, fastest underwriting, any of that. It's all the same. Everybody's got that right now. The volume's so freaking low. Underwriters getting files in and approving them an hour later in a lot of places. Fast underwrites and low fees, while it's important, it's not the most important. Make a connection to the person, not to the business. And step 5, we always talk about the algorithm and what the algorithm does. And so, we always get confused, and we want to dig in and dive in and ask a whole bunch of questions like, is this important for the algorithm? Does this look better for the algorithm? And so one of the things that I've learned at Glover U is making sure that we're eliminating the word algorithm from our words. If we're saying it, it's just to make the connection between what we're talking about. And so algorithm equals engagement. I'm going to say it again. The algorithm simply equals engagement. So make sure that you're creating engaging content. The stories, the posting with closings in the right way, all of that stuff is engaging. Go back through your last month of posts and find the most or the highest engagement posts from the last month. See what they are, replicate the process, replicate the style, replicate whatever the content is about, and do that again. So don't overcomplicate this. It's literally just creating engagement. So you can also create engagement, not necessarily by your content. While that is extremely important to have on the backside, you can go create engagement on somebody else's page. So if somebody else's content is important to you or is interesting to you, reach out, interact with that person in the comments, create conversations for that person, and create content exposure for that person. And then they will come to your page and interact with you. That's social. That's what social is. Try and create conversations and make sure that that's the most important piece. The entire goal of being a loan officer, utilizing social media, is to create actual conversations. So stop posting and ghosting and stick around and have conversations about your content. It's extremely important. Don't be afraid to post a few controversial takes. You see it on my page every once in a while. I'll post something that's a little bit setting people off and getting them to interact. And then we have real conversations, because I pride myself on being able to see all sides of an issue, and so that I can speak educated on that. I want to be able to be the educated source, not just be a source of comments and a source of random information. So being able to understand issues from both sides allows you to be more controversial, because you know what the truth is, or you understand both sides and you can speak from both sides, so you're not going to fire back up and just rattle off angry comments or anything like that while creating engagement. That is not something that is the best move for you to do. Don't be angry in engagement, just engage. Be yourself unapologetically. We had a sales meeting yesterday morning. It was my first one as a sales manager. I was super excited to run it. And I said pretty much that. Every single one of our loan officers is different. Every single person that works in our company is different. And oftentimes we get stuck in this rut of doing things the same as somebody else. Oh, I saw that that worked for you. I'm going to duplicate that. Stop it. Do it your way. While you can use the framework to create something, make sure it's you, not them. Don't regurgitate, remix. Let's make sure that we are focusing on creating engaging content that is our own content. Once I said before, make sure you're replying to comments and commenting on other people's posts. And I'm not talking about going over and going, nice post, thumbs up, or hitting the GIF button that allows you to create a comment in 3 seconds. It's not about using the AI comments. If that was what it was about, Facebook would just replace you and just have all the engagement be AI based. It wouldn't matter, right? Have thoughtful interactions on other people's content. There's so much content that's good out there to interact with and actually interact. When someone posts a listing page, instead of just sharing it to your page, someone posts a listing, one of your real estate agents posts a listing, stop sharing it to your page, start interacting in the comments. Holy cow, that fireplace is amazing. If I'm scrolling through and I see a comment that says, holy cow, that fireplace is amazing, and I don't see the fireplace in the pictures, what do you think I'm going to do? I got to see this fireplace, and I'm going to click in. Now you've created engagement from somebody else by your thoughtful comment, by your interactive mentality. Stand out in those comments. The more you interact with people, the better it's going to go for you, because you're creating social engagement, which is all the algorithm wants. Create engagement. And again, stories sell. I will die on this cross, or die on this hill. Stories sell. So continue to create the stories. So that's all I got today for part 3 of the Modern Loan Officer's Guide. Part 4 will be going ahead and getting through that algorithm on the next one, and kind of debunking some of the things that are out there about what creates good content and what creates being able to, further your reach and interaction, and kind of debugging the algorithm. So thanks for watching. You have a kick butt day.